There is a number, one specific number, the number you hit and never have to work again a day in your life. Most people in the FIRE community think they know how to calculate it. Most of them are wrong, and the mistake costs them anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000 in their target. They retire too early thinking they have enough, or they overshoot by hundreds of thousands and work years longer than they had to. Today I am going to show you the exact formula, verified against 2026 research so that your number is right the first time. Exactly 3 promises. In the next 8 minutes, 3 things. First, the real formula for calculating your FIRE number and why the version most people use is built for a 30-year retirement, not the 40 to 50-year retirement early retirees actually need. Second, the 5 types of FIRE and the exact dollar thresholds for each one in 2026, so you know which target is actually yours. Third, the 3 mistakes that cause people to either run out of money or work a decade longer than necessary, and the one adjustment that fixes all 3. The FIRE number comes from one study, the Trinity Study, published in 1998 by 3 finance professors at Trinity University. They analyzed every rolling 30-year period of stock and bond market returns from 1925 to 1995. Their conclusion, a portfolio of mixed stocks and bonds could support a 4% annual withdrawal rate, adjusted upward each year for inflation, and survive 95% of all 30-year periods without running out of money. That gives us the formula. Annual spending multiplied by 25 equals your FIRE number. Spend $40,000 a year, you need $1 million. Spend $60,000, you need $1,500,000. Spend $80,000, you need $2 million. Simple, elegant, and critically, built for a 30-year retirement. Not 40, not 50, 30. Here's the mistake that costs most early retirees hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you retire at 40 and live to 90, you need your money to last 50 years, not 30. The Trinity Study never modeled 50-year retirements. Morningstar's updated 2026 research recommends a safe withdrawal rate of 3.9%, not 4%, for standard retirements today. For a 50-year retirement horizon, the updated Trinity Study data shows the 4% rule drops to just a 90% success rate. The safer rate for early retirees planning 50 or more years is 3.5%, and 3.5% changes everything. At 3.5%, your multiplier is not 25 times your spending, it is 28.6 times. On $60,000 per year, that is not $1,500,000, it is $1,716,000. That $216,000 difference is the mistake most FIRE calculators never catch, and it is the difference between a retirement that lasts a lifetime and one that runs out at 75. The 5 types of FIRE, your real target. The definitive breakdown. There is not one FIRE, there are 5, each with completely different dollar targets. Lean FIRE means living on $25,000 to $40,000 per year. Portfolio target, $625,000 to $1 million. Extremely frugal, almost no margin for error. Regular FIRE means $40,000 to $80,000 per year. Portfolio target, $1 million to $2,000 to $80 billion. The standard most people mean when they say FIRE. That FIRE means $100,000 or more per year. Portfolio target, $2,500,000 and up. The median American household spends $77,280 per year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. At a conservative 3.5% withdrawal rate, the number appropriate for a 50-year retirement, that household needs $2,208,000, not $1,900,000 as most calculators show. Barista FIRE means you have enough invested to cover part of your expenses, while part-time work covers the rest. If you spend $60,000 per year and earn $20,000 part-time, your portfolio only needs to generate $40,000. Target $1 million instead of $15,000, you retire 3 to 5 years sooner. CoastFIRE means you have invested enough today that compound interest alone will grow it to your full FIRE number by traditional retirement age, even with no further contributions. At age 35, with $250,000 invested at 7% real returns, that grows to $1,930,000 by age 65 without saving another dollar. Remember that $220,000 miscalculation I mentioned at the start? Here is something even more dangerous. Wade Pfau's research published in the Journal of Financial Planning found that the first 10 years of retirement returns explain 77% of your final outcome. Not the average return, not the overall market performance, the first 10 years specifically. This is called sequence of returns risk. If the market drops 40% in your first year of retirement, like it did in 2008, 2001, and 2022, and you are withdrawing 4% of a shrinking portfolio, the math can become unrecoverable even if the market fully rebounds afterward. Two people with identical FIRE numbers and identical portfolios can have completely different outcomes based solely on whether the market crashes in year 1 or year 20. This is why the withdrawal rate matters so much, and why 3.5% is not just conservative, it is the appropriate rate for anyone retiring 30 years before traditional retirement age. The healthcare trap, the expense nobody budgets. The shocking hidden cost. Here's the expense that destroys more lean FIRE budgets than any market crash. Healthcare. In the United States, before Medicare kicks in at 65, you are on your own. A 45-year-old buying a bronze plan on the ACA marketplace pays between $7,000 and $12,000 per year in premiums alone. That is up to 34% of a $35,000 lean FIRE annual budget spent on insurance before a single bill is paid. By age 60, without subsidies, premiums can reach $12,000 to $16,000 per year. The solution is deliberate income management. Keep your modified adjusted gross income below 400% of the federal poverty level, which is $62,600 for an individual in 2026, and you qualify for ACA premium subsidies that can cut that $12,000 premium to $2,000 or $3,000. The Roth conversion ladder we covered 2 videos ago is one of the primary tools for managing this. Your FIRE number is not just your investment portfolio. It is your portfolio plus a healthcare strategy. Every lean FIRE plan that ignores this is built on sand. The simple formula, step by step. The action blueprint. Here is how to calculate your actual FIRE number right now. Step 1. Track your real monthly spending for 3 months. Not what you think you spend, what you actually spend. Include everything: housing, food, transportation, insurance, subscriptions, entertainment, travel. Step 2. Multiply your annual spending by 28.6 if you plan to retire before 50. Multiply by 25 if you plan to retire after 55. Step 3. Add a healthcare buffer of $10,000 to $15,000 per year if you are in the United States and plan to retire before 65. Multiply that by 25 as well. Step 4. Add a 10% to 20% safety margin on top of everything. Markets are uncertain. Life changes. Your number should be something you feel genuinely comfortable with, not the minimum mathematical threshold. Step 5. That is your number. Write it down. Every financial decision from this point forward should be evaluated against how it moves you toward or away from it. The dynamic withdrawal strategy. Nuance that builds credibility. Here is the strategy that makes any FIRE number more resilient regardless of what you target. Dynamic withdrawals. Instead of rigidly withdrawing 4% every year regardless of market conditions, adjust. In good market years, when your portfolio grows above target, give yourself a raise. In bad market years, when your portfolio drops, cut discretionary spending by 10% to 20%. Skip the international trip. Eat out less, buy less. This flexibility, which the original Trinity Study actually assumed but most FIRE content never explains, dramatically increases your portfolio success rate over long time horizons. Bingen's own 2024 update to his original research suggests that with dynamic withdrawals, the safe rate can be as high as 4.7%. The rigid rule is the floor. The dynamic approach is the ceiling. Most successful early retirees live somewhere between the two. 3 mistakes that cause early retirees to either run out of money or work far longer than necessary. Mistake 1. Using 25 times annual spending for a 50-year retirement. We covered this. Use 28.6 times for retirements longer than 40 years. Mistake 2. Not accounting for lifestyle inflation. Most FIRE calculators assume your spending stays flat forever, but people spend more in their 50s than they planned at 35. Travel, healthcare, home repairs, grandchildren. Build in a 1 to 2% annual lifestyle inflation buffer above CPI. Mistake 3. Retiring on the exact number. The 4% rule has a 95% success rate. That means 1 in 20 people who retire at exactly their FIRE number run out of money. The people who sleep well at night retire with 10 to 20% above their calculated number. A little more cushion costs a year or two of extra working. Running out of money in your 70s costs everything. Let me make this real with 3 real scenarios. Scenario 1. The $45,000 per year spender. Regular FIRE number at 3.5%, $1,285,000. With healthcare buffer, $1,535,000. Barista FIRE option, earn $15,000 part-time, portfolio target drops to $857,000. Scenario 2. The $65,000 per year spender, close to the U.S. median. Regular FIRE number at 3.5%, $1,857,000. With healthcare buffer, $2,143,000. Barista FIRE option, earn $25,000 part-time, target drops to $1,143,000. Scenario 3. The $100,000 per year spender, Fat FIRE, number at 3.5%, $2,857,000. Healthcare largely absorbed by budget. No Barista FIRE needed, the margin is already built in. 3 very different lives, 3 very different numbers. Which one is yours? Your FIRE number is not a fantasy. It is a math problem, and now you have the right formula to solve it. Annual spending multiplied by 28.6 for early retirees. Add your healthcare buffer. Add a 10 to 20% safety margin. Write the number down. That is your target. Everything else is just time and consistency. Drop my number in the comments and tell me what your FIRE target is. I read every single one, and I am always genuinely curious where people land. If this video changed the number you were targeting, hit like. It helps more people find this channel. Next Tuesday, I'm covering the ETF that has $91 billion in assets and has returned over 480% since 2011, and most investors have never heard of it. Subscribe so you do not miss it. See you Tuesday.